Hey, Tomo6. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure this phone stays level so you're not looking at it side or diagonally. Usually don't go live this early, but there's no time for anything. Oh, you're in Orlando. Nice. Making a trip to actually get some soil. Went to go pot up some plants, and it's like, oh, there's no more soil left, so I actually don't buy soil in bulk where I live. I buy it from my friend who we've been to before, but at nighttime. So you guys got a little. It actually rained pretty hard last night. Little stray shower. People with their weird palms that they get. Oh, hey, Tom. Live in Naples, cool. Well, you might see, I'm in, I don't know if you know, but I'm in Cape Coral, so not too far away. Do you know of the plant guys in Naples? The guys that sell kind of like sorry, I'm a little bit, I only got about 4 hours of sleep last night because my body just works that way. I won't sleep more than a few hours. But there's a couple collectors in Naples, and they're there's not as many as you would think, actually. I always thought coming to Florida there would be plenty because there's a lot of money in Naples, but there's nobody on the stream. So you live in, okay. Well, I already saw that bird. I don't think it's a good time of the day to go live, but we'll still do it. Okay, play some weight equipment. Forgot there's this,
So your tail back there?
Yeah. Everybody who probably watches this vlog is, well, it's actually tomorrow in Eastern Australia, so. Usually I can, Terrence. Mexicana tends to be like a stouter, beefier plant. Not by a ton, but in general. Two, if you can look at them side by side, grow in the same, conditions, it's a lot easier. But if you have like a palmetto growing in some shade and Mexicana growing in the sun, it's a little bit harder. Hey, no name. Yeah, I rarely come on this time of day. I'm usually working around the house. But I have to go pick up some. Hey, mother-in-law. But since I was going to something plant related, I figured I'd go live. Oh boy. So you guys will kind of see a certain area that normally I would only be going to in the evening, just because the person that lived there, they tend to not be home during the day, but we're both barely awake. We went out not out last night. We went out to eat and went to a cigar bar. We didn't come home late, and somehow neither one of us got any sleep. I don't know what happened there. Go to sleep at 2:30 and wake up at 6:30 with like no apparent reason. Crap. I gotta type something. Well, this will always be red, so I'll let you guys type it. Oh, and it's magically not red this time. Are you friends with her on Facebook?
Who?
Shelby?
No. Maybe.
You sure? I'm pretty sure you are. You just tell her that I'm live and then on her way. Look at all this water. Must be from the sewer, like not completely finished, backing up or something. Yeah, there's a lot of awesome Bismarckias here. Oh, it's still wet here. Hey, sneaky snake. Zach, that's not something that, is palm appropriate. Look at this cop here thinking he's going to pull someone over, just sitting there. He's right in traffic, too. What are you doing? Get out of the way and get a job. Hashtag Sables, save the Sables. Said Corey's outside, so he's there. Yeah, Joe, I'm in Cape Coral. I'm heading to Pine Island. Cape Coral's in Lee County, like right across from Fort Myers. They've really been trying to sell that Chevy Cavalier on the other side of the road. You guys will see if I go live on the way back. I can't believe that gas station is not back up and running. It's been like, I think the thing was open when I first came down here, but it hasn't been open in like 10 years. Meanwhile, everything's been blowing up on this side. What is that, city water going through? What do they have it like tied up and they're gonna drop it? So a valve like every foot 2 feet. Just so you know, the girl in front of us is a country girl.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm not a forensic scientist, but although I did study that in college. So I'm just going to go with my useful college education. So this is a popular boating area. So usually like earlier in the morning, it's actually like harder to get out here. It's still kind of busy, and we're still in season. We got another, what, week and a half?
Yep.
Till everybody goes home. Yeah, I'm sure it looks a little different with the right-hand drive. Yeah, well, the reason it looks so Australian, Sneaky Snake, is probably because there's Australian pines. Those are all from Australia there. But yeah, it looks, the landscape is going to be similar to like, the climate's similar to like Brisbane. So that's definitely fair dinkum. That's definitely true. Yeah, so the southern state thing, sorry, I was getting a lot of... I don't really consider Florida... I think that the northern part of Florida that's less populated is southern, but when you get to I-4 corridor and south, you get a mix of people from everywhere else. So like if you're south of Ocala, Daytona, and like Tampa, Tampa Metro goes all the way up into like, an hour above Tampa. That's gonna be, that in the south is like its own little state. It probably should be its own state, to be honest. Yeah, we had a pretty decent downpour around like 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight. Nice. That was this time last year? Oh, it was? Wow, that picture. Oh, to Highlands County? Oh, sure thing, Joe. Yeah. So, Highlands County, I think, is a good choice. It's one of the areas I'd actually wouldn't mind moving to. It's more laid back. You don't see this traffic there. And you have Avon Park and Sebring, and Palmdale, I believe, is also in Highlands County. There's not a lot going on in Palmdale, but this is Matlacha. It's a little bit of a, like, it's almost like going to the Keys, but without having to drive all the way there. It's very island-like. The only downside of Highlands County is it does get fairly cold in some areas, but I used to care about that a lot. Now I don't care about like the slight difference in temperature in the winter. I can't complain about this trip, being for work with the drive and the scenery. Could be driving through snow instead. There's a lot of cool little like trailers and bungalows and tiny shacks, but you don't get a whole lot of privacy here. This isn't a very big island. We just drove right through it, just there. It's tiny. I wondering what's going on there. I don't. There's no honking allowed in this town. That should actually be illegal. I think it is legal anyway. Who cares? nice. So you're probably in a warmer area. There's a mature banyan. Because they will grow in warmer areas of Highlands County, especially on the south side of lakes. All right, I'll see you later, Zach. Have fun at the worm farm. Ashley's actually with me. She's just being like Silent Bob right now.
Hi guys.
I find that when I go in the morning, there's a different crowd, but understandably so, because it's a different time zone. Are usually more active. You dread it. Yeah, they should. But they should call like North Florida like South Georgia or something, or they're like two completely different states. You know, if you go. Florida that was founded in 1845 was basically like Tallahassee, Gainesville, and Jacksonville, and probably maybe Pensacola too. But the thing is, like, Key West is also a part of it. Key West is actually the largest city in Florida during the latter part of the 20th century. Or part of it, I think 1870, like 1890. I'm sorry, the 19th century. Did I say 20th? Latter part of, yeah, definitely wasn't the latter part of the 20th. So yeah, it's just because of the nature of it. There's so many people from other states here that this guy doesn't seem to want to go this way. That it really doesn't have that southern feeling. There's no like southern traditions. It's probably closer to like Latin America than it is to the South. Especially, yeah. And the Keys are almost like their own country themselves. It's a whole different way of life. This guy's driving me nuts. Yeah, you know, kind of like probably the way that some towns in Queensland, like Cairns and Brisbane, they probably have a lot of people that are originally from like Sydney and Melbourne. I'm trying to pronounce that city correctly, Melbourne, not Melbourne. That's not how. Even though we have a Melbourne, Florida. Yeah. It just said it's so. It's not like one city that's a melting pot. It's like a conglomeration of all, like Tampa, Orlando, Fort Myers, you know, and then Miami through West Palm. The whole area is a transient. I mean, just a very transient area. And that it's very seasonal, and it's a melting pot geographically, not necessarily culturally. It is somewhat culturally, but not like New York City would be. Miami is like that. I remember I got into a big argument with that's where 7-Eleven's gonna be. My friend, when my college roommate from Miami would tell me that Miami was more diverse than New York City was, and I was like, well, as diverse as Miami is, which it is, it's not as diverse as New York City. I don't think there's any city as diverse as New York. What is this guy doing? Away we go. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be on for like another 3 or 4 minutes. Then I gotta kind of cut it off when I get there. This is a mostly agricultural area here. It's more laid back. It's kind of a little bit of a, I don't really want to call it a hidden gem because a lot of people don't like it here. It's a lot more country, and it's not as convenient. People love their convenience in Florida. Having lived on a small island, I'm familiar with inconvenience. At least I won't miss the turn this time. It's funny that Corey and Shelby told me how bad that mix is. You ever been in there?
No.
I have once. I think it's because I had to buy lunch for a couple guys working for me at the nursery like 10 years ago. I don't remember it being particularly nice. Dropping bombs. Weird. Yes, let me see. Oh wow, yeah, I could imagine with you guys don't have as many people up there. Okay. Thanks, Chris, and you too. Hey, went out last night to an Italian restaurant. I ordered beef Wellington. It was pretty good. I mean, I wasn't what I was expecting. It was. Yeah, I have a couple friends. There's a guy from Western Australia here, and he tells me some of the travel times and the temperatures. I can't imagine breaking down the middle of nowhere in northwestern Australia, having no cell phone signal or anything, just stuck in that 40 plus Celsius heat, 45 Celsius heat. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and my turn I'll close it out, but it'll be like, not to get off here in a second, right around this bend is where my turn is, so. But I might come back on. Actually, we gotta go shopping. I don't know. Oh, I almost missed it though. Let's just get her done. Oh, okay. Alright guys, so gotta go now, but I will hey Brian, gotta go now, but I will see if I can't get on there like later on or this evening, something like that. Oh, look at this.